5 ways to spot the top problems home sellers try to hide. Regardless of whether a person is a prepared house seeker or a first-time buyer, the way toward obtaining a home has a lot of entanglements. And keeping in mind that H may accept that sellers are being forthright, it's normal for them to overlook some of their home's deficiencies. All mortgage holders sign a revelation report about their property so buyers recognize what they're getting into. Be that as it may, it can be exceptionally enticing for some to tell wide untruths or advantageously overlook actualities. Indeed, a substantial number of real estate claims originate from proprietors distorting their property. In this way, just to be ring on the side of caution, here are the 5 ways to spot the top problems and how buyers can break them. 1. Water harm. Water stains aren't quite recently revolving. They're additionally indications of holes in the reproducing ground for form. Also, they're genuinely simple for mortgage holders to stow away with vital design or organizing. Numerous sellers attempt to disguise water interruption in the cellar, for instance, with a heap of cardboard boxes or bags. Buyer could simply request that the property holder move the furniture a couple of inches and sparkle a pocket electric lamp around. On the off chance that the home has evident warnings, it's not nonsensical to ask for expelling a huge picture casing to take a look at what's behind it. Another mainstream strategy for covering water harm: a layer of new paint. Continuously ask the property holder when they last painted. In the event that it was a year back, they're presumably not endeavoring to conceal water stains. 2. A sullied lawn. In case buyer is taking a gander at a more seasoned home, particularly on the off chance that it was worked before 1975, chances are it used to keep running on oil. In those days, property holders normally had vast oil tanks introduced in the storm cellar or underground in the terrace to preserve space and keep up the home's tasteful. The issue is that oil can sully soil, and in light of the fact that it's extraordinarily exorbitant to expel, a few people endeavor to shroud confirmation of the tank. So while strolling through a home's patio, search for a little top pipe staying off starting from the earliest stage, an obvious hint that an oil tank is on the premises. Or, on the other hand, twaddle check by inquiring as to whether the house was warmed with oil previously. 3. A flimsy establishment. In the event that the paintwork in a home looks somewhat uneven around the door jambs or windows, check whether it's disguising any ragged splits in the divider. Those crisscross can connote establishment issues, an expensive and possibly perilous circumstance for potential buyers. A powerless establishment can keep cupboards and entryways from shutting, make supporting bars snap from stretch, or even outcome in a poor home evaluation, which can influence buyer in advance in the home's resale esteem. Another piece of information that the house has a frail establishment. In the event that buyer feel as if he is all of a sudden strolling up or down even marginally as he traveled through the home. 4. Issue neighbors. Woofing mutts, rocker adolescents, and booming horns are on the whole factors that can kill potential buyers. That is the reason a few proprietors endeavor to make light of these circumstances with all-around planned open houses and neighborly transactions. Mortgage holders have a commitment to reveal what are called neighborhood disturbances, yet in the event that they don't, buyers need to depend on their statement. Indeed, even well-meaning proprietors may not be real on the off chance that they've turned out to be usual to their condition. One work errand is for buyers to go for a walk around the area of various circumstances of the day to get a more bona fide feel for the range. Also, don't dare to make casual banter with local people who can sell a more target perspective of their environment. 5. Irregular temperature changes. Any individual who's lived in a home with a solidifying washroom or strangely warm room realizes that a temperature irregularity can bring about staying away from a room through and through. That is the reason taking advantage of buyer faculties is key when seeing his potential new home. In the event that buyers stroll into a room and there's an inconspicuous move in the environment, possibly the air feels dry or clammy, ask the proprietor what the room feels like all through the seasons. The guilty party is typically poor protection, at times because of the proprietor including a moment room or floor to the home. Oftentimes, a proprietor isn't attempting to through and through cover expansion work. In any case, if the development was managed without allow more typical than buyer would envision, buyer isn't required to pay for the additional area. For free samples of probates, inherited, foreclosures, absentees, landlord, vacant, code violations, evictions list, visit www.ralsupermarket.com.